Right, time for Join Us Interactive, and no, Aisha is not here. It's Miss G. She's back.
All right, so I'm here and it's time for the most interactive segment, like you said, and I'm here to facilitate that. You can join the conversation by going onto our Joy News on TV Facebook page and you see the issues we'll be talking about, and then we can get started here. Just imagine your ward calls you and says he or she is embarking on an educational trip, and the next thing you hear is he or she is dead. This is the pain at least 20 parents are going through at the moment as we speak. Sunday's Kintampo disaster has left people questioning the state of some tourist sites. I need you to tell me which tourist sites you have visited and what concerns you have about the sites or the state of those sites.
Our state of infrastructure in terms of security is very appalling. It's as if we don't even care about tourists who visit those places. I'll give you a typical example. Say, when you go to a place like Kintampo, now you realize that, for instance, in the evening, you don't have clear signage in those areas indicating that these are danger spots, don't go there or go there. And it's not just Kintampo alone, even our beach sites. Sometimes you will see some places demarcated as shallow and as deep, but those are also without signage or appropriate signages.
I've been to a Bree Gardens, and some years back, being there recently has really not given me the shape I saw some years back. So it all boils down to maintenance and administration. Because if you go there right now, about 10 years ago, you see so many trees, you see the green nature, you feel the environment, and you are welcome. But currently, you see things are dry, some of the trees are no more. That means that is not really kept at a place. So for me, I want the authorities to sit up, make sure they put themselves together and maintain the place to the standard that we all prefer.
I've been to Waterfalls, and I've also been to the Kakum forest. But then one thing I noticed around that area is the tour guides. You know, when you go there, you meet these tour guides who take you around.
Which one of them?
Kakum forest. Yeah. So what I realized is the tour guides over there sometimes don't give the people the quality education that is needed, because you need to educate them first before you take them to the forest. Okay. So I think there should be more of education at the tour sites, more of education to even inform the public before the people even gets there.
There are a lot of places that you go for, you go out and maybe you will just want to have fun and all that. But if you go there and you take critical look at that place, you see that there's a whole lot of, how do you call it? The infrastructures and, you know, the maintenance around the whole place is a bit. So when you go there, you have to, as my brother said, there should be more education. For the Kakum, like this, I've been there ages, like years ago, but now if you tell me to go there, I wouldn't, because I don't know how they maintain the place, as in the ropes and, you know, those kind of things. I don't.
And Israel, we were here a few days ago talking about tourist sites and the fact that we need to know them. And some people decide to go know a tourist site,
Well, yeah.
and the tragic incident occurred.
It's just unfortunate.
Very.
I really don't know how this could have been prevented, because speaking to the police, you get the impression that they least expected such a thing was going to happen.
Yeah.
Who could have predicted that a tree was going to, break in a windstorm or be uprooted in a windstorm and fall all the way down and crash the people to death? So, but yes, if you look at that, but you also think about the fact that probably somebody should have been proactive enough to want to imagine that, all right, there's some trees out there. One of them could be falling.
Yes.
Let's see which ones are weak that need to go down.
Well.
And again, if you just, not just at Kintampo, out there on our roads, East Legon, I remember one day, one tree just fell onto the street like that.
Wow.
It could have crashed any car.
That's true.
And so it's something we need to be a lot more proactive about. And
I think this serves as a warning to all of us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Richard Kweku Frimpong Manso says, I've been to the Kintampo Falls on countless occasions. That tragedy befell us because people with no knowledge in mining sites like that thought they had to take position because their party won power. The invisible forces are spoiling everywhere. May the soul of the departed rest in peace, and may their families take solace in the Lord. Kwesi Boateng Ayepa says, I have been to both the Cape Coast and the Mena Castle. I've been to Nzulezo and the Kakum National Park. With the Kakum National Park, you realize there is no standby rescue team. So in case of disaster, you just become a delicacy for the animals. Anaman says, I visited the Kintampo Waterfalls, and the concern I have for that tourist site is to get guards that would identify dangers and deal with them on time. I'm not sure there's any guard who can tell you that this tree is going to fall. Probably a guard that will tell you that you need to get out of the water because there's a storm coming. Ajoa Lakiri says, Lake Busumchi, but road is so narrow that I'm always afraid of falling over. Moreover, most of the rails are either broken or were never fixed. It's a very beautiful place. Ministry in charge should please take note.
All right, so Bambaki Samet says, all the tourist sites I visited in Ghana, though they are not the best, they are not also that bad. I think what happened at the Kintampo Waterfalls is just a natural disaster which could occur in any part of the world. And Mensa says that I have visited Kakum National Park. My only concern is the road to the place. It's quite some time I passed there, so I don't know whether the road have been fixed or not. So some comments from the people who have visited some sites there. And it was a football weekend. Most football lovers were charged with a lot of excitement during and before the game between Accra Hearts of Oak and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. I'm afraid I can't say the same about the aftermath of the game. Hearts of Oak beat Kotoko by a goal to nil. A scoreline which many have recorded, which hasn't been recorded in the last 8 years. The penalty which got the Phobians the win turned out controversial, with most people accusing the referee of being biased and some calling for a foreign coach to officiate such crucial local matches. Be honest, will Ghanaians ever be satisfied with the performance of a coach who officiates a Hearts Kotoko match?
Or rather, a referee who officiates.
Okay, yes, that's true, a referee. So let's go see or hear what you had to say to us.
Well, for me, I doubt. I feel like whichever side loses, I mean, where your interest is, you always want to defend. No, so I feel no. I mean, whether it was a good one or it was a bad one, there's still something. Someone will still want to say a fault concerning something. So no.
Of course, Ghanaians see things and they can tell whether it's true or it's not true. They can tell good and then bad. So if it's really a penalty, Ghanaians would have considered indeed it's a penalty. And we all know that our referees have questionable integrity because we've been hearing them being paid here and there, bribery and all those stuff. So we all know, when we see a penalty, we all know it's a penalty. You can't just give a penalty and allow us to accept that it's a penalty, you know. I think there was a foul play. Really, there was a foul play somewhere.
Are you a Kotoko fan?
No.
I believe what he said is very powerful. Ghanaians know what is good from bad. So if it's a penalty, they will know it's a penalty. If it's not, they will know it's not. But as he also said, however, a match between two major teams like that, everyone would like to defend his team. So even if it's a penalty, you get some supporters who would say it's not a penalty. And even if it's not, you get some people who say it is. So it has two sides. So basically, I think we should maintain our referees like that.
Okay, what I think is, being football fans and being human beings, we are always going to agree to disagree. So there might have been a penalty, there might not have been a penalty. It depends on what side of the fence you were on before the match. So that's how football is. We're always going to have a group of people who will be sad, and we're always going to have people who will care no matter what. So.
But do you think we will ever be satisfied with the referee?
Yeah, we'll get a scenario where we'll all be satisfied. A 0-0 draw.
Very interesting comment. The last one, but it's true. Every time there's a Kotoko Hearts match, the kind of euphoria we have, every time we have some complaint to make after the match is either the people who support Kotoko say that they have been cheated once they lose, or those who support Heart of Oak believe that there was something that wasn't done right. So I'm sure that,
Well, yeah, it will go on. I mean, and this afternoon I actually had a story Ridwan Ibrahim Asante shared with me on the midday news about the fact that there was one official or one member of Accra Heart of Oak who actually thought that the Kotoko fans actually buried something in the stadium. Oh, yeah. And he went there with an evangelist and they had to, dig it out. Apparently it was a dog, they say.
They found it?
Yeah, they're claiming that, there was a dog. There was a dog that they had to take out. That's how come they were able to break the jinx.
Oh, I see. But it's good for those who are supporting Accra Hearts of Oak. I'm sure you're a supporter. You're a fan.
Yeah, I'm a fan. Well, I'm happy to know that Accra Hearts of Oak won, but I'm not too excited about the fact that they won with a controversial penalty. I mean, I would have loved that they would beat, Kotoko and beat them fair and square.
There are people who say controversy or no controversy. We've won.
They've won. All right, Murad on Facebook, Murad says, not though, but truly it wasn't a penalty, but we as humans should understand that no one is perfect and can make such mistakes, but we have to try at times not to put blame on people of being biased. Bambakia says the cynicism in Ghanaians makes them always see things the wrong way, even if it's right. If you seek the opinion of Ghanaians to do something, use the otherwise of the opinion and you'll be successful. Okay. Eduku says, I have had the chance of visiting some league centers and I can say without any equivocation that referees come with results in their pockets. It's good Lamptey is gone. More will follow suit.
And Danjuma says it's about time football-loving people understand that there won't be a mistake-free refereeing in a football match. We should just move on and encourage our referees to up their game rather than condemning them. Master, a brochekra, they make mistake. And on Zabian says that we have all it takes to believe in our human resource. Ghanaian referees must stand up to the task of upholding their integrity. And so, some of your comments. All right, so don't worry, be happy. I'm sure you're familiar with that song. Don't worry, be happy. I like the present. Your landlord says your rent is done. Okay, we'll come back and sing. But I'm sure quite a number of you are familiar with the song, which focuses on the need to be happy. If you listen to the lyrics of the song, it tells you to be happy in the midst of all the challenges you might be dealing with. It is the World Happiness Day, and I can say that we are happy people. So tell me, what makes you happy? Are you happy?
Yes, of course, I'm always happy. Everything around me, my friends, my parents, everybody makes me happy.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm happy. I'm happy for my life. I'm happy I'm still alive. Oh, my family makes me happy, especially my small kid. He makes me happy all the ways, He has been the most happiest person that I have in this world, aside God,
I'm very happy. What makes you happy? What makes me happy are my friends and hanging out with my friends at college and my family. And then being in Ghana makes me happy because everyone else is happy. So how can I not be happy?
I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy purposely based on me finding myself in the scientific professions, which I love to do a lot. Because I want, in future, I want to be one of the best research scientists. And also how my family have a love for me, always in a lovely mood. Yeah, that makes me more happy.
Yeah, I'm happy because I'm alive and I'm living the life I want to live. I just graduated from university. I'm doing my national service and I'll finish the course I wanted to. Yeah, by God's grace. So I can say for now I'm happy.
Oh, I'm happy. I'm happy because my family is able to provide for me, and as at now, I'm doing what I love to do. I'm working at a place I love to work, so I'm happy.
Okay, so I've tried to get Israel to sing all the time when I'm with him during the entertainment news. I just had him look for the lyrics of the song, Be Happy, and he's been singing it. So just let him hear you.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, I think you're going to let it's World Happiness Day.
Yeah, and
so
people are expressing their views about happiness.
Express
Richard
yours.
Koku, Frimpong Manso, Barima Kubaji from James. I am extremely happy and continue to be happy each passing second. This stems from the fact that the grace of God abounds and so abundant such that every member of my family has seen no tragedy. Despite all the ups and downs, God is and continues to be faithful. Kwesi Wacha says, happiness is when your positive expectations is realized. I'm happy each passing moment, but much more happier when I get a good notification from my bankers at the end of the month. Martinez says, what made me happy was there is a special pupil, moron, really, in my class who insulted a girl in the class that she's ablewa. This made me laugh throughout my lesson, even though I was under supervision.
And that's what makes him happy. But, you know, I'm sure there are some more comments, but before that, what makes you happy, Israel?
Well, what makes me happy is to know that my family is comfortable.
Yes. I knew you were going to say that. And I'm not happy because there are too much disasters happening nowadays in Ghana. Even now, there is an accident in Kumasi, Abreport area, and lots of people are injured. God have mercy on Ghana. And Nuse says, when evil men are in power, how can we be happy? Our country is doomed under this devilish government. Wow. And as a Northerner who suffers a lot of heat during this season, with God and his abundant mercies, yesterday we had rain. Because of that, I am happy. And Pepper Isaac says, unfortunately, I'm not happy, and never have I been. Nothing makes me happy. Wow. Happiness, I'm happy because I'm up and doing. When you have life, you have everything, says Enyonam Gavo. So, a lot of people are happy.
Yeah.
And I'm happy too.
Don't worry.